Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another gameplay pitch notes. Some of these things we're not going to be looking into because they're not gameplay related, and obviously when I look into these things, I only like to look at the gameplay oriented stuff, right? So, I don't think they're going to address the delay situation and the server situation, right? Which is obviously a huge problem. But even still, with the delay issues in the game, there's underlying game mechanics that needed to be changed. So hopefully they took a look. They took a look at those things, right? So let's go check this out. This we're gonna skip past because this is all CPU oriented stuff like squad battles and all. Like when you play against squad battles, legendary AI, whatever it is, right? Okay. A number of changes to skill moves. Increase the responsiveness of the body feint skill move when performing it while standing still. I've noticed that one, so that's good. They fixed that. The advanced rainbow can now only be performed by 5-star skill move players. Sure. I wonder if the advanced rainbow is the one where you flick it, or if it's just the Neymar one. I think Neymar is the only one that could do that specific rainbow flick or rainbow. The ball roll into heel chop skill move combination will now require the player to have 4-star skill moves. The ball roll into heel chop, they require 4-star skill moves. Yeah, okay, sure, why not? I don't. It doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. Players will now be able to use a new heel chop turn skill move combo in combination with other skill moves such as the ball roll. Heel chop turn skill move combo in combination with other skill moves. Okay, increase the likelihood that error will impact multiple fake shots chained while sprinting. Ooh, they hit me in the right places when they actually listen, bro. They hit me. They hit me in the right places. Specifically when they are chained at a 45-degree angle in either direction. Good. It's just chaining it. The first one's still going to be good. I like the first one. The first one's fine, but it's when you start doing it and doing it. You know, it's good because that I mentioned to them. I think it was during the demo that it was still a thing, right? And to be honest, when I play online, I haven't been noticing it too much. But it's when someone does it, it's like, really, bro. You know, the first one's great though. It's when it gets a little. It's when you keep doing it, it gets a little questionable. You know, reduce exit speed when performing a drag back skill move at a 180-degree angle. Okay, so the drag back is no longer as effective. I don't mind that, depending on how the rest of the game is, because it was overpowered. Dragbacks, it's not really like a real. People don't really do dragbacks like don't and then get into the space, right? But it was one of the ways to open up space around the 18-yard box. So that's not something that I talked about, but I could see why people wanted that to be nerfed. That like it makes sense. Scoring an own goal, king of the hill. I don't care about that. Address the following issues when playing 4-3-2-1. One of the attacking players would be incorrectly positioned at a corner flag during kickoff. That was an obvious one. We knew about that. Some instances of incorrect offside calls where the player that was called offside was not actually involved in the play. Obvious one too. I had a clip on Twitter the other day being like, "What the hell? He wasn't even offside." Happened a lot. There was a lot of different plays where I wasn't offside and my opponent wasn't offside. I was just like, "What just happened?" Okay, sometimes it was taking too long for the user-controlled player to perform a shot or pass following the user's input. That wasn't a delay thing. That was an actual like animation thing that they were doing, and that was like super irritating to deal with. So that's good that they fixed that. This was not related to online gameplay responsiveness. I like that you clear that up. Good, good that you cleared that up. I like that. Players were sometimes taking too long to perform a shot after performing a knock-on dribble. Yeah, that one was pretty noticeable. Some situations where it was taking too long to register a player as being in control of the ball. Yes, that was a big one too. When this occurred, user-controlled players sometimes took longer to execute a pass, shot, or dribble. Yep. Rarely in situations where an opposing player was very close to the user-controlled player, attempting to make a pass would not register. After a strong challenge, the user-controlled player would sometimes visually react, causing them to not be able to take part in the play until that reaction had ended. Okay, yeah, like animation things. We'll see. I'm kind of curious about that one, actually. Increase the likelihood that a goalkeeper will gather the ball after performing a slide into a ball carrier's feet. Oh, good. I like that, actually. Because if they're sliding into your feet, then obviously you go for the chip. But if you go for the wrong shot, then, you know, they just collect the ball. That's good. Some situations where goalkeepers were incorrectly rushing out of the box in order to get to the ball, but then deciding to go back to their goal. Oh, yeah, I've saw that a lot. This did not apply in the situation where the goalie was being controlled by rush goalkeeper out action. Yeah. Goalkeepers were sometimes having the ball knocked out of their hands due to contact from a teammate. Yep, that happened a bit. When a goalkeeper was throwing the ball to a player, sometimes an unintended player would get selected by player switching and would then need to chase after the ball. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's like the whole thing where it's like when it deflects off someone, you can't switch off that person. So we'll see if that's what that means. As a result of this, goalkeepers in a contested situation will be less likely to miss catches, stumble. Oh wait, sorry. Goalkeepers were less likely to be impacted by physical contact between them and other players. As a result of this change, goalkeepers in a contested situation will be less likely to miss catches, stumble, or get knocked over. Additionally, when goalkeepers make a save in a contested situation, which would result in a rebound, they will now be more likely to push this rebound further away. Good. Goalkeepers were performing incorrect animations in some situations when attempting to react to a headed ball that was directed towards the ground. I know about that one. When playing locked to the goalkeeper, such as in pro clubs don't care. Incorrect animations were sometimes occurring in contested heading and contested passing situations. Players sometimes running in place when attempting to move towards the ball. Running in place, yes, yeah, they do that. Some situations where the player was approaching the ball in an effort to take control of it and was facing in an incorrect direction. Yeah, that happened quite a bit too. Some situations where the animation of a player taking control of the ball will result in the ball being directed slightly differently than the user's directional input. Yep. Improve some situations where the incorrect animation was occurring when a player approached the ball in an attempt to control it. Players were taking too long to retake control of the ball following a let ball run action. Players were sometimes running over the ball after pressing the shoot button and had to go back to control it before taking a shot. Yes. Players were sometimes losing control of the ball when a first-time pass or shot got canceled or interrupted. Yeah. Doing a rainbow flick followed by a chip shot attempt will no longer result in the player performing a 180-degree turn after they regain control of the ball. Didn't really notice that. I never really attempted that. Sometimes when performing a ball roll skill move, the ball would unintentionally make contact with a player's foot and the player would lose control of the ball. I think they're talking about the acceleration touch. When you do the ball roll, they would just push the ball like away and then you couldn't do the ball roll properly. Sometimes when performing when attempting to perform a drag back, the player was sometimes performing a 180-degree dribble turn instead. Yes, thank you. Sometimes players were losing control of the ball in the middle of performing a skill move. Would lose control of the ball in the middle of performing a skill move. Didn't notice that too much. Players could sometimes jump higher than their jumping attribute should have allowed. Okay. When taking an early red time finishing shot, the ball speed of the speed of the ball was sometimes too high. Don't use time finishing. So when playing a match with multiple user-controlled players on the same team, the controller indicators were sometimes displaying the wrong color. Rarely following a free kick, the free kick taker would freeze in place. Players with the set play specialist trait were having their aiming reticle move slower than players without this trait. This issue is impacting set play situations where the ground aiming reticle. Okay, gameplay Volta football foot. Foot address the following issues. Okay, so foot. If a player has unclaimed group or season objective rewards after the related group or season expires, they will now be manually claimed via a tile within the foot hub. Update the team selection used for offline draft. When playing on ultimate difficulty, don't care about that. Save technique has been removed from the player bio screen as a concept no longer exists in FIFA 20. Save techniques are no longer supported in FIFA 20, and this was missed on removal. Updates to some front-end visuals. Okay, address the following issues. Players were not being properly impacted by their fitness level when playing a match. Players were not being properly impacted by their fitness level when playing a match. Ooh, does that mean that they fixed a fitness glitch? No! The fitness glitch was the best thing ever! I wish fitness wasn't a thing, because I liked not having to put fitness cards and wasting money on that, because I really think it was incredibly idiotic I think it's stupid to have to put fitness on cards in a video game. You should just be able to play as much as you want. So maybe they fixed the fitness glitch, which sucks. The weekly score thresholds for each rank within a rival's division now correctly shows in game. The battle score thresholds for each rank within squad battles now okay. Squad battles don't care. Sometimes the player would see an incorrect value for their total earned season objective. When this happened, this could result in a reward being shown as available for claiming, and that is driven based off the value displayed in the game. Yeah, there was like bugs with that. During the post-match flow following a Rivals match, a player's skill rating was incorrectly labeled as their weekly score. Objectives related to in-game actions were not being displayed in the pause menu when selecting in the gameplay objectives tile. Thank God. I actually like seeing that in the game. It was possible to end up in a foot online match where the CPU AI was controlling your team. Yes. Yeah, there was a game I went into and I kicked off the ball without even looking at my screen, and they even dribbled and everything, which was like, what? Um, your default difficulty settings should no longer update based on the difficulty you select in the squad battles match when changing players. Season objective widget really not displayed. Multiple instances. I'm really just about the gameplay right now. So blah blah blah. This was visual only. Aboards, foot champs were present. Address the following issues. Sometimes opposing AI control. Oh, is this full to football, pro clubs, online modes? Address the following issues. Sometimes opposing AI controlled teams were fielding weaker lineups in inappropriate situations. Oh, this is for career mode. Yeah, that's career mode. The abuse visual overlap between some assets. I don't know which ones is like gameplay. Like they should have a column where it's just gameplay, right? This is for Volta football. This is for foot. I think they already mentioned all the gameplay. Like when they say address the following issues, like they should say it's gameplay. Gameplay general. Okay, so I guess it's just this. I'm playing 4-3-2-1. Out of their hands due to contact from a teammate. Players are taking too long to gameplay football. Foot. Career mode. Volta football. Pro clubs. Stability issues rarely impacting a player at the end of a pro clubs match. All players had the number 1 on their kits in a drop-in match. Stability issue with backing out of the pro clubs. Hub online modes. Made the following changes. PS4 only. Added a PS4 tournaments option to the online hub. Selecting this option will take the player to the appropriate page in the PlayStation 4 system UI. Online friendlies involving Bundesliga or Bundesliga 2 teams will now use some of the league-specific broadcast package. PS4 tournaments option to the online hub. Interesting. Address the following issues when playing consecutive online friendly matches. Changes made to your team management. Okay. Kickoff. Okay. Skill games. General. Address the following issues. Specialities tabs were removed from the player bio. Specialities are no longer supported in FIFA 20, and that was missed part of the removal. Updated instructions and setup touch. Audio. Visuals. Address the following issues. That's visual issues. Okay, so that's like all the gameplay oriented stuff essentially. It's a pretty good patch. Obviously the delay is obviously still going to be a huge issue, but they even mentioned that it didn't have to do with the gameplay responsiveness online. What I actually want to see here is, I swear someone said there was like really specific things here. Right. I swear I saw the tweets for the new forum post. I think that's like pretty much in regards to the gameplay oriented stuff though. So yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be like. A lot of very good things were said in this pitch notes. Nothing about the whole park the bus tactics and stuff. So I guess I'll just try to find a way to deal with it with the 352 and whatnot, and see if we can break it somehow in regards to that. But as of right now, some of these things could result in making it easier to deal with. So it really depends on how this situation unfolds when it happens. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream today because, again, my furnace is literally right here, and they're going to replace the whole thing, and it's obviously for the whole house. So hopefully it doesn't take too long, but if it does, we won't stream today, and we'll hop on back tomorrow, all right? Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support on the videos. You guys are beautiful. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, dudes.